name's Emily. If you're watching this video, we're going to be talking about controversial rappers and how even during the Me Too movement, these rappers with convictions like sexual assault and battery are still rising to fame despite their crimes. So the main question that we're going to be asking today is, can you separate the artist from their art? We're going to have a few guests today so that we can get some first-hand commentary on how the public seems to be responding to these allegations and some of the controversial artists that we see today.
Action. Name's Pierce. I'm 21 years old. I almost said 20 for a second. You see, I'm 21 years old. I'm heavily into hip hop and rap music. SoundCloud god, clout god, hip hop enthusiast, future SoundCloud rapper. Generally involved in the hip hop community. I'm just here to have a good time.
Do it now.
I'm just here to have a good time.
Also joining us today is Jacob.
My name's Jake. It doesn't matter. But I'm 20. I'm a nurse, so that takes up a lot of my time. So I don't really have too much time to be like dedicated to music, and I never really have had all that time to really delve into it. But I guess I've always been kind of like a pretty big listener. Like I like music a lot. I listen to it every time I get in the car. I listen to it every time I go to the gym. So even though I'm busy, I still like music a lot.
I'm going to be asking Pierce and Jake a few questions today. Hopefully we'll get a good conversation going.
My name is Jake, and to be honest, I don't really have like a finite like music genre that I usually listen to. I started off back in the day listening to more of like alternative and like indie stuff. Like I think Modest Mouse was my first band, and then after that I got into like hip hop a little bit with like Run the Jewels. I like them a lot. Yeah, I like Run the Jewels. I got into like kind of older stuff before I got into newer stuff. Kid Cudi, obviously. Kendrick. Mad City, that used to come on and I used to freak out, and then it was like, who's this 4'11" white boy listening to Mad City?
I'm Pierce. I guess when it comes to hip hop or music in general, I'm more passionate towards an enthusiast. When I was younger, I kind of listened more towards like My Chemical Romance and like A Day to Remember type stuff because my sister got me into that. And then I guess I slowly evolved around like 10 to more into hip hop. But that was more like everything people told me, what's good hip hop? Yeah. Oh, you gotta listen to Tupac and Biggie. And so I was in that circle for a while, a couple years listening to old school stuff, and then you work your way into it. Coincidentally, Kendrick Lamar and Schoolboy Q are the people who got me into actual rap music. So those are the people I heard from. I heard Collard Greens, Schoolboy Q, so and it was my favorite song ever for about 2 years. So it went from Schoolboy Q to like Tyler the Creator and Odd Future, and then eventually evolved into X, and then people like Ski Mask Song God, and now I'm really into it, where I'm listening to weird stuff that people have no idea about.
If I could describe Pierce's music taste, I would describe it as being that one guy who, when they do blow up, he's like, oh, I've been listening to them for forever.
What are some artists that you guys listen to that are up and coming right now, but have some controversy surrounding them?
You have Famous Dex. He's a controversy around him for abusing his girlfriend. I think Rich the Kid might have a controversy around that too. And then you have people like 6ix9ine, obviously, who has like a weird thing opposed to like it's like ringed up as pedophilia, but he had like some naked underage girl in one of his like films or his music videos. And then who else? Obviously everyone knows about X. His change reflects in his music and in his personality. So like 2 years ago or 3 years ago, X was making this kind of hardcore rock influence rap music, a lot of energy, a lot of like anger
It was called
in the
rage,
song.
like songs.
Yeah, pretty much. So like rage songs, mosh pit songs that makes you want to fight people songs. And you could see like he eventually he was evolving as a person, he was evolving in his music taste. And like you would see slowly but surely he was changing more to like a positive message.
He mentions like positivity and like putting out love and like good energy a lot in like a lot of his music, and I really didn't realize that until recently. And it's difficult because he's like a problematic artist, but at the same time then like it's kind of like maybe he's changing and maybe he's trying to be more positive and stuff like that. It has to do with like culture and music and society evolving. Because like we're more open with things now than we ever have been.
So you have a lot of people who show sympathy, and you have a lot of people who show the opposite of that. They like, I guess, cast people away, or they'll like send him to his death basically, and they approve of his death because of the things he did. But that is just more the people who are outside the culture, like people who are looking in, because they're not involved in the music, like their music doesn't touch them, so they just see this person who did this really bad thing and they think that one thing defines him. But then you have people on the opposite side, they grow appreciation for all the music he made, or they grow appreciation for all this talent and like his natural ability to produce music, and it touches them even deeper because they know this person's gone and they're really paying attention to what this person was saying in their lyrics. But then on the opposite end, you really have these people who go, oh, that guy completely because of the one thing he did.
It's like a giant event that everybody has the ability to put their opinion on it. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, this rapper died, and it almost begs the question of what do you think of that? So when a rapper dies, everybody's gonna share their opinion on it.
Not everyone's involved in a certain culture, they don't know all the details about anything. Everyone's outside of the rap music industry looking in, and that's all they see is this random rapper. That's what they think. This random rapper beat a girl, and he almost beat a gay man. He's a homophobe, he's an abuser, he's a sexist. That's who he is as a person. I'm not gonna listen to his music. That's it. They make a blanket statement on this person, and they cast them to the side.
And my opinion was always kind of like, I don't agree with the things that he's done, so I'm kind of just gonna not condemn him, but kind of stay out of it and remove myself from it. But then when I was like hearing all these things, and you were a big advocate for eggs, and then I listened to him and I'm like, okay, honestly, this shit slaps, like it's good. Oh!
Shot it like a mega man, I smoke mega man, shoot a boy in his motherfucking face. Get away, King Leo. Look at some queen. Wait.
Okay, carry on. I think probably yeah, because you're supporting the behavior, obviously, because they're saying when I talk about these certain topics, I'm getting more views, I'm getting more money, I'm getting more subscribers, and everything. People are buying my music now the way I talk about this. And so yes, it does support their behavior entirely.
6ix9ine obviously doesn't mention, you know, being a pedophile in his rap and stuff like that. So it's like, here's what they put out to the world, and here's what they rap about and they're open about and being hard about and everything. And like, you know, shooting people and beating people up and fighting and everything. And everybody's cool with that. Everybody's like, yeah, we'll indulge that. But they don't rap about the stuff that people
that we get upset about.
For. Exactly, they don't rap about the things that people are like, I don't like you because of this. But 6ix9ine, for example, he doesn't even seem sorry. He's not even like showing remorse about it. Also with him, like, you could tell like about like what they put out on their social media and like what they do and their message and everything. Like I don't like 6ix9ine. I think what he did is pretty gross. I think that he's gross, and I think that he's a really big kind of negative representation of the new generation, like I was talking about earlier. Like, people are evolving, what they like is evolving, and it's easier for people to relate to people with being stupid and being an idiot and like doing dumb stuff like rainbow colored hair, rainbow grill. His name's 69, for God's sakes. I feel like the victim should definitely be supported, and I feel like depending on the situation, like what happened and everything, they should like really be like supported, and they should have like justice for them and everything. Like, the rapper should go to jail for it, you know? They should need to go through like the legal system and go to jail and everything too. But it's really hard because at the same time, like when they go to jail, they can still release like albums and mixtapes.
So after watching this video, I hope that I've encouraged people to consider both the offender and the victims, and help you make better choices about the music that you listen to and the artists that you support. Being educated is most important. Ultimately, I hope that more people approach this subject with a better understanding of the impact that you have on how artists are perceived, the kind of music you buy, how we consume art, and how we circulate this music.
This is the part where me and Pierce make out.